ready to get your creative on? Today we're going to play with all the new features in Canva. Hey everybody, David Paskin here, your Torah tech guy, and I'm here to share with you some great tech for your great Torah. Rosh Hashanah is right around the corner. Happy New Year, Shana Tova to all of you. But last week, before Rosh Hashanah, Canva had a huge event where they launched a whole bunch of new features that I want to share with you and talk a little bit about how you might be able to use them in maybe your holiday preparations, your holiday teachings, and throughout the year. For those of you who don't know, Canva is a really, really profoundly wonderful offering online. It's a web app. There is actually a Mac app. I don't know if they have a one for Windows. I actually don't use the Mac app. I just do it on the interwebs. Oh, you know what? I don't have my background turned on. Sorry, I was doing a training earlier and I forgot to turn that on. There we go. Bada boom. So I kind of like the black actually now that I think of it. In any case, sorry, I'm getting distracted. So Canva is a really wonderful tool that allows you to just be as creative as you want to be, creating flyers, posters, Instagram posts, pictures. I use it to ease, if I'm printing out a whole series of pictures, I want them all to be the same size. I'll use frames in Canva. I create all of my flyers, my social media posts in Canva. You can do lots of other stuff here. And they made, I'd say, about 5 big announcements, 5 big product releases last week that I wanted to share with you. We're going to go a little bit out of order. Some of these have already been around, but they've done some dramatic improvements to them. So the first one is websites. You can create a full-fledged kind of website in Canva. The truth is, what you really can create is a landing page or a one-page website. So this is the example that they give where you can make it as long as you want. There really is only one page now. You can make it look like you have multiple pages, and that's by using anchors. Anchors basically allow you to place links at certain pages in your website. So if you look up at the top here of this demo site, they do have a menu bar here. And if you can see that there are all these different links. And as you click on them, it doesn't take you to a separate page. It just scrolls you all the way down on this first page. They're basic, but they're nice. They're easy to build, put together. A lot of synagogues use Shoal Cloud. And I have to tell you, I find Shoal Clouds, from an aesthetic point of view, to not be the prettiest. What I would, if I were king of the world, what I would do, and I wanted to use Shoal Cloud's functionality because they have some amazing functionality built in, is I would create a front page, an outward-facing page for my website, maybe here in Canva. And then once you became a member, a partner, or once you needed to do business on the site, then there would be a link to kick you into the Shoal Cloud side. But I would want the front-facing page of my temple website to look really beautiful. This would be one option for that. I use Wix. We can absolutely talk about that at some point, but Canva is drop dead simple. It's drag and drop, really, really nice. Also, all of their websites are by default mobile ready. So they're responsive websites. So no matter what size canvas someone is looking on, no matter what size screen, the website is going to adjust to that. So that's Canva websites. Again, it's really just one page that's scrollable, but as you can see, there's a lot of nice little pieces you can bring in here. You can build it. You can move everything around. It's really, really nice. Okay. That's websites. The second thing that they talked about, or another thing they talked about, is presentations. Now, they've had presentations for a long time, and I'll be honest with you, I still prefer as a Mac user to use Keynote. But again, if you're living in Canva, if you're doing all of your creative work in Canva, it's really convenient to have these presentations built right here in Canva. And you can see you can add text and images and videos and all these different pieces. There are pieces of it that can be really, really powerful. And then when you export this, you go up to share, you can export this. See, how can we download these? You can download them as a PDF. Can you download them in any other format? Well, you could download them as a video if you wanted. I'm not sure how you would do that. I guess you'd have to time it and then let it run. I guess you'd really be downloading this as PDF. But you could also present right from Canva. So if I go into presentation mode, I can choose from standard, autoplay, presenter view, again with notes, just like in all the other platforms, and present and record. I guess this is how you would do the video. You'd present and record, you'd run through it, and then you'd be able to download the video of that. So let's just do standard presentation, and you can see it takes up the full page, and I can scroll through, and you have all the different animations and good stuff like that. So this is, again, not something new. They've had it for a while, but they've built a lot out on it to make it even more powerful than it was before. All right, let me get rid of a couple of these things. Let's see, next, whiteboards. So I really like the way they did this. So whiteboards are, you have a whole bunch of different templates. So let's say you're working on, I don't know, what should we work on? Let's work on a project, right? You're going to be doing a project, a big project with your synagogue, and you want to have a whiteboard that everyone can work on. So the first thing you'll notice is that when I chose this template, it added it just to the left of, whoops, sorry, I scrolled the wrong way, just to the left of what was already here. So this is an infinite canvas, it looks like, and you could just keep adding more and more and more. You can zoom out, you can zoom in. Let's see, how do I zoom out and in? That's sideways. Is there a way to zoom out and in with my trackpad? No. So I guess you just do it down here. You can see how big this canvas is. So the way they did this, which again I think is really interesting, is they just used elements from over here on the left-hand side. So there are sticky notes, lines and shapes, special whiteboard graphics. So you build your whiteboard, just using the things that you're always used to using. So let's say I want to add this right here in this little box. I literally just drag it over and pop it in. And I can also make a comment on that. I can say why I added that there. I think this is a great idea. Comment. And now when I share this with other people, they'll be able to see that I put this in here. You can see that there's even a comment with my little, what do you call that? Not icon. What's that called? Avatar. With my avatar there. If I click on it, I can see the comment. I can resolve it. I can edit the comment, delete the thread. Very similar to the way commenting works in Google Docs, which is really nice. But I think the way they implemented this is really user-friendly for people who've been using Canva already. All of their templates are just built out of different elements that they dragged over and built these out of. So you can move any of the elements, right? You can do anything you want to this to really make it your own, or you could just build from scratch for that matter. Let me go back up to templates. We'll find another one that we'll put in here. Roles and duties. All right. So you have here, let's do customer journey map. What is this one? So here's the customer journey map. Oh, this is a big one. Look at this. So, right. So use these, add notes or comments. And then here you can identifying a persona. Interesting. So what I was thinking of when I saw this was, if you have new partners coming into your community, right? So you could say, you could track all of your new partners, your new members, and are we hitting each of these different phases as they go through to make sure that we're nurturing those relationships and those connections. In any case, that's the whiteboards. The fifth thing I want to show you, I'm going to skip the fourth. The fifth thing is actually docs. Canva is getting into the doc game, like Google Docs. The play here is that they want docs to be visual, not just text, but they want them to be multimedia. So this is not launched quite yet. You can join the waitlist. I did as soon as they announced it. I have not heard anything yet, but presumably the idea here is just like before, you can drag and drop and all the different elements. And by the way, Google Drive sort of already made a play in here by, you can hear my dog barking in the background, sort of already made a play here in that they have now these pageless designs. If I go over and I create a new doc, let's see if this will give me the page. Yeah. See how now you don't see the page formatting anymore. If I change this to, let me see, page setup. Yeah, so there's pages and pages. The idea behind this, I think, is the same idea, right? Let's just give people a nice white canvas and they can create on it. Canvas play is that you're going to want to bring in lots of multimedia to your doc, and you'll be able to, of course, share in real time. The last thing that they announced, it actually wasn't the last thing, but the other thing isn't really important to us. The last thing they announced was videos. Now, they've already done a lot of video work. They've already allowed us to create videos, but what they added here was background removal. Hold on 1 second. Someone's at the door. Someone could grab it, please. So let me show you what they did here. It's interesting. It's not perfect. It's absolutely not perfect. So I just have a blank canvas here. And what I'm going to do is I just search for talking over here on the left-hand side. I'm going to go ahead and just drag this video in. So this is just a stock video that they have. But now what I can do is I can click on the video, go up to the top here, click Edit Video, and now you can see they have Background Remover. So if I click that, now because this is a stock video, it happened pretty quickly, you'll see that it actually took the background out, and you can just see the person speaking. To make this a little more obvious, I'm going to go ahead and put a, let's put a colored background in so we can see it better. No, that's not a good color. I'll put a blue background in, and now you can see, if I play this through, what it looks like. Now you can see it's not perfect, right? You've got the white over here. I did another video, and I actually did a side-by-side for you so you could see. So on the right-hand side here is the original video, and then the left-hand side, I've got him. And you can see that the light up at the top is really throwing it.
I think I'm gonna
I took one of my videos that I uploaded, and then I keyed out the back. It's actually not horrible for me, as you can see there. It does a pretty good job. It's having trouble with my kippah up at the top. Let me change the color of the background, actually, because my kippah is kind of getting in the way there. Let me make it red, see what happens. See how this looks. Yeah, it's still struggling with my yarmulke, with my kippah. It doesn't quite know what to do with that. It's not terrible, though. I have to say, it's not terrible. But it's not fantastic. And this is not Canva's fault, right? This is just the nature of removing, if you're not using a green screen, if you don't have your subject in front of the green screen, if there isn't good contrast between your subject and the background, it's very, very difficult to remove background, especially when it's moving background or when the object, the focus, is moving. So really, really nice updates from Canva last week. Canva really, I think, is making a play to become sort of the Zoom of design, right? Zoom is something that's accessible to everyone. It's ubiquitous. Everyone kind of knows how to use it. It's not broadcast, although there are lots of people that are working on making it better. So it's not the top of the line. It's not a satellite truck, but it's rock solid. Canva is the same way for design, for being creative, for designing. That's what Canva wants to do. So how can you use this in your synagogue? Well, if you're creating slides for services, you can now use Canva to do that and bring in multimedia, bring in Jewish art. Use all of that to really spark everyone's senses. If you are making flyers or social media posts for things that you're doing, for offerings that you're going to be presenting in your community, if you're creating study sheets and you want to use art as well, if you want to launch a website so that people can learn from you and you just want to post some of your teachings or some videos of your teachings, you can do that with Canva. Lots of really good stuff there. And so I want to invite you to go visit it, canva.com. And while you're on the website, I want to invite you to go visit me online at torahtechguy.com. I have lots of great resources for you there. And I'd love to help you in any way that I can. Hey, next Tuesday is Rosh Hashanah, so I won't be here, but I'm going to do a special stream on Thursday called Technology Teshuva, and we're going to talk about the importance of RFI. RFI, you know what that is? Room for improvement. because that's what these days are all about. So next Thursday, same time, 4:30 Eastern, we'll do a little Torah Tech Tips on technology tshuva. That's all I got for you, my friends. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Shana Tova Umutuka. Have a sweet and happy New Year. Talk to you later. Bye.